Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to express, in my capacity as General Secretary of the Democratic Labour Party and the party's standard bearer for the constituency of St. Michael Northwest, my gratitude to you for braving the inclement weather in other parts of Barbados and venturing here tonight to be in the tabernacle of the Democratic Labour Party and to listen to the gospel according to its apostles. I want to thank all of the speakers tonight for their eloquent and devastating presentations. In particular, and I have heard Dr. Eswick on many occasions, but tonight it was almost like Lethal Weapon Part 5. As he delivered an erudite excoriation of the Barbados Labour Party, and in particular Mr. Clyde Mascoll. I want to tell you tonight that it is a privilege to be here as the son of a working class mother, brought up not in riches and wealth, but brought up with respect, dignity, and integrity, which I intend to keep intact in and outside of politics. Politics for me is not a job. It is a calling. And as such, when I offer my services, I bring every sinew of energy in my body to lay at the disposal of the people I seek to represent. And on this occasion, fortunately for me, they are people with whom I am familiar, who helped to raise me, and who gave me the energy and sustenance to continue on to the path that I have taken thus far. Let me make this point very clear tonight. I have not come to politics seeking riches. I want none. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? There's a particular character who had the audacity to call into the calling programs today, pretending that he doesn't want to engage me. Oh, I'm not engaging that individual. But I smile to myself because he does not speak to me. And if there's one thing that you must know about Clyde Mascoll, is his inherent childishness. He is a little boy walking around in a 40-somebody-year-old body. So he doesn't speak to me. He saw me at a funeral, and there were 6 of us outside the church, 7 of us, 3 on my right hand, 3 on my left hand. And that childish boy shook the hands of the 3 on the left and the 3 on the right and skipped me. The guys in the crowd wanted to curse him, but I reminded them of 2 things. 1, we were on sacred ground, and 2, curse words can be better spent. Don't waste them on nuisances. But I smiled to myself when I saw him. because he sent a message by his personal assistant, Cranston Brown, that I was not ever to speak to him again in life. And I could not for the life of me understand what it is that I did this Clyde Mascoll. But I will tell you what I did, and I will defend what I did tonight. When he was at the Central Bank of Barbados, in a state of perpetual unhappiness, crying out, begging out for somebody to assist him, the Democratic Labour Party, under the leadership of Erskine Sandiford, and more specifically with David Thompson as Minister of Finance, we please want the following drivers to move their vehicles: MK574 and MM92. MM92, MK574 and X1783. Please remove your vehicles. So he was unhappy at the Central Bank and asked to be moved. And David Thompson, and we hear a lot of things about David Thompson, and I will speak to David Thompson tonight as well. David Thompson, when asked the question if he would take Clyde Mascoll into the Ministry of Finance, did not for 1 second hesitate. He said, of course I would take him. I went to school with him. I know him. He's a young man and he deserves an opportunity. He was therefore brought into the Ministry of Finance. Typical Mascoll. From the time he landed, everything he was complaining about. Yes, from the time he came ashore, everything this political whippersnapper was complaining about. The office too small, the table rocky, and Erskine Griffith, who was then the Director of Finance, dismissed him as a nuisance and said, why don't you settle down and do some work and stop complaining about furniture? I have been in the ministry for years and I have the same table and chair, and you now come out to the Central Bank to complain because he felt at the time that Erskine Griffith, the PS in the Ministry of Finance and subsequent Director of Finance and Planning, knew absolutely nothing about economics, because he is the greatest economist born of woman, or so he believes. So nobody knows about economics, and he was given that opportunity.